Wubba lubba dub dub, motherfuckers. It is I, your boy, everyone's favorite jack of all trades with the foul mouth, Commodore Urban. And today I have got a special book review for you guys as in honor and tribute to a ship that was lost during World War I. Because today is May 7th, 2021. And if you remember correctly, 106 years ago today, at a little after 1 o'clock in the afternoon, the legendary Cunard ocean liner RMS Lusitania was torpedoed by the German submarine U-20, commanded by Captain Lieutenant Walter von Schwieger, off the coast of Ireland, several miles away from Old Hiddekin Sail. It was a massive, devastating blow to the Cunard line and to the civil world as it is. It showed that the Germans really meant what they meant by unrestricted submarine warfare and all that crazy bullshit that they were doing. And before I begin, I just want to give a big shout out to all of my subscribers, both my old school subscribers, my OGs, and all my new ones who just joined. Thank you so much for joining the Commodore's crew. I appreciate it. And I hope you guys like the videos I'm doing. I do this fucking shit for you guys. But in honor of the Day of Infamy, I don't mean Pearl Harbor, I mean the sinking of the Lusitania, I am going to review to you guys a book I've been reading. And it was this one, Lusitania, Tragedy, a War Crime, by Jennifer Kewley Draskau. And it says here on the back, the torpedoing of the British luxury liner RMS Lusitania, once the largest ship in the world, with massive loss of civilian life off the coast of Ireland in May 1915, was regarded as an international autocracy and a worse tragedy than the loss of the Titanic 5 years earlier. Actually, not really true, because it would have been 3 years earlier, because 1912, 13, 14, 15, 3 years. It had far-reaching political repercussions and led to countless newspaper reports, inquiries, and theories as to whether there had been a military conspiracy. Its sinking was as shocking as any incident in the First World War, and considered a major act of aggression by the German Navy, and proof of that nation's brutality. Nearly 1,200 passengers and crew on the ship perished, while remarkable tales of bravery and heroism emerged during the rescue attempt, including the assistance of the tiny fishing vessel, the Wanderer, from the Isle of Man, which took some 160 souls on board and towed 2 lifeboats to safety. In Britain, anti-German propaganda reached fever pitch and forced Prime Minister Herbert Henry Asquith into a huge alien internment program. The USA resolutely isolated, experienced a huge swell of support in favor of intervening on the side of the Allies, while the German U-boat captain concerned was initially hailed as a hero. Where the hell is that? Oh, before being court-martialed. And 100 years on, there are still unanswered questions. Why was the Lusitania's captain fairly scapegoated despite not being told of the presence of enemy U-boats in the vicinity? Why was the ship camouflaged in gray and black livery and carrying arms, as the Germans claimed? Was the ship, yeah. Did the Royal Navy use the liner as bait for bringing the USA into war? Critically, how much did the First Lord of the Admiralty, Winston S. Churchill, know? This riveting exploration of one of the great enigmas of the war brings together new evidence and eyewitness accounts to shed light on the mystery surrounding this notorious tragedy at sea. Now, this book was published in 2015 to mark the 100th anniversary for the sinking of the Lusitania. Now, the book has 10 chapters. Chapter 1, Greyhound of the Seas. Chapter 2, the arms race and the war at sea. Chapter 3, in the USA, sabotage, espionage, and propaganda. Chapter 4, sailing. Chapter 5, U-20. Chapter 6, Friday, 7th of May, 1915. which is kind of ironic because today is Friday. Friday, May 7th. 106 years ago today was also a Friday. That's kind of fucking eerie. Chapter 7, Disaster. Chapter 8, Rescue. Chapter 9, A Damn Dirty Business. And Chapter 10, Causes a Conspiracy. And honestly, Miss Jennifer Kewley Draskau actually does bring up to light several new key things in the story of the Lusitania. One of them was the ship painted gray and carrying guns? That would have been no, because at the beginning of the war, the Lusitania superstructure had been painted gray, because there's actually two really fucking rare photographs that show her superstructure being gray. One was the front of the ship, and it was gray. But shortly afterwards, it was repainted white. And they also had repainted the funnels black. But at some point in time later on, they thought, oh, as the war was getting fucking better and shit, the funnels were supposedly repainted in their beautiful Cunard red and black livery. So there's some controversy surrounding if the Lusitania had black funnels or she had her Cunard livery colored funnels when she left New York and was sunk. I'm kind of leaning toward, me personally, I'm kind of leaning toward these funnels. It's just there's more people that say that there were survivors that said the funnels were those colors. And one of the biggest things was, what kind of shit was the ship carrying? Yes, the Lusitania was carrying contraband. We know this now. Not just the shrapnel, not just the fucking rifle shells and shit, but she was carrying some other shit. Like stuff to make bombs and gunpowder and other crap. We know this now. It is now known that she was carrying contraband war materials. So did Germany have a right to sink her? I guess in their eyes it might have been okay, but in the eyes of a person that's a humanitarian that actually fucking thinks of, okay, well, there's people on board, innocent people, you don't fucking shoot it. But the Germans are not all unscathed fucking either, because that leads to another discussion about the Lusitania. What caused her to fucking sink? Well, this book actually explains most likely what happened was it wasn't the contraband that fucking went up. It was, like I had explained before, and if you want to see the video, I actually did it. I described what I thought happened to the Lusitania, and they said the same thing. It was either a boiler explosion or a steam pipe rupture. I said steam pipe rupture, but she thinks it's either a boiler or a steam pipe rupture that caused the fatal secondary explosion. So all in all, what do I think about Lusitania, tragedy or war crime? It's a very good read. It is very informative. You will learn some new shit from this. A lot of new fucking information in here, plus information that most Lusitania experts fucking know, or ocean liner buffs anyway. So, what would I rate this book? I give it 2 thumbs up, and I give it 5 stars. It's well worth reading. If you guys can find a copy of it, fucking get it and read it. And as for the question the title poses, tragedy or war crime? It was both. It was a tragedy because of all the innocent lives that were lost that day. And it was a war crime because the damn Germans knew that this ship was carrying innocent lives. And they still went ahead and shot her down anyway. So, tragedy or war crime? Tragedy and war crime, it should say. So, there you have it, guys. That is my review for Lusitania, Tragedy or War Crime by Jennifer Kewley Draskau. It's an amazing book, and if you or someone that is interested in World War I history, ocean liner history, or just interested in, like the Lusitania, get this book, fucking read it, I promise you, it's worth buying and it's worth having. So, as you're thinking about today, think about the people that lost their lives today on the 7th of May, all those years ago, as the Lusitania sunk beneath the waves after 18 minutes after being shot by the German U-20. So, just God bless all the souls, God bless all those lost souls. They're with him now. And so until next time, this is Commodore Urban saying a smooth seas and clear skies. Happy sailing with all of you. God bless all of you. Stay healthy, stay safe, and be awesome and be yourselves. And just remember the Lusitania. Till next time, so long.